up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're on the YFZ today, which is not something we've really done much of, riding the YFZ in the desert. I only got 8 hours on the machine, so I'm going to do a nice loop here with it today, this afternoon. Nice cool temps we got, upper 70s, so take advantage of that. Get a little bit more seat time on the machine, kind of get a little more acclimated to it on the trails. I've ridden it at the dunes, only had it out here a couple times, and so kind of wanted to get it on some desert trails and record some of that for you guys too. I'm playing with some suspension settings, which we'll talk about probably in another video, because I have a video recording after this one, or 2 videos after this one, about how this compares to the Raptor in terms of, you know, for an everyday rider, for a trail rider, not a racer. Because, as you guys know, I've been on Raptors since I started the channel, and then I switched it up recently. I sold my last Raptor and bought this. It was a big shock for a lot of people. So it's gotta be, it's definitely questions I get a lot. So something hopefully I can answer for you guys. But today, I'm gonna do some trails, have some fun, do a nice loop. See, stuff like that is where the YFZ just kills it. There's like a little bit of a double blip there. It's like a double ditch, one after the other. You just hop, skip, and jumps right over it. Even with the suspension on a softer setting that I have, it just eats that stuff up. I'm not a heavy rider either. I'm 167 in plain clothes before gear. I wanted to go there. I love the way the motor sounds, man, and like the mid to upper RPMs. It almost sounds like a sport bike, like a crotch rocket. The way it really smoothens out the sound of the motor and the feel of it in the higher RPMs, which is pretty sweet. Like, it can be a little clackety and rattly and noisy at the lower RPMs, man, but once, as you start ringing this thing out, it really smooths out and has a sweet sound. Oh yeah, man, I think I'm really digging the suspension setting I got on right now. Feels good. Yeah, I'm kind of lugging it right there. I'm in third, I believe, still. It comes right up, but when you go really slow and you're dropping down, this stuff here, like washouts on the bottom, that's where it doesn't really like that really low RPM stuff. But it's got a real nice first gear, so you can just kind of drop it down first or second and keep it in the mid-range, and it's good. It's kind of how you got to ride this bike. It really eats up the rough stuff good when you're going fast, the suspension. I think this is a dead end. I always turn down here, forgetting it's a dead end. I do it all the time. Yep, that's what I thought. Usually there's some cattle down here. Not today. This might have been the trail I was looking for. I always feel bad about with any machine I have, but like keeping the R's up constantly, I always feel like I'm beating the hell out of it. But like, I mean, this machine really just likes to, it runs better that way, honestly. But we're gonna see, like right now I'm kind of low RPM cruising, and it's perfectly fine doing this too. Not a lot of vibration either on this bike. Yamaha does a really good job with their 4-strokes with vibrations, even on the dirt bikes. WR450 and 250 I had pretty much no vibration. I don't know how the Hondas are. I've never actually taken a Honda 450 on a good ride. I've hopped on one for like a couple minutes only. And I've ridden the Suzuki, and obviously I have the KFX. So the Raptor's got a lot of vibration, you know, a lot more than this. That was a big washout right there. You guys don't see him, but that was probably, at least I don't think you're seeing him with the camera, but that was probably 1.5 feet deep. The one I just skipped over. That's where this suspension really saves you a little bit, because it is stiffer, set up for, you know, set up for racing. So if you do hit something last minute like that, you get the front wheels up, it kind of just, it'll hit it and keep on going. off for a section here. We're gonna see if we can do this slow. Just want to see how the bike does. I'm gonna do it in second gear. It's not as rough as it looked, but still, sit down on the seat, second gear, kind of coming up that loose rock. The seat makes it very plush on this quad. Some rougher sections coming up here too. I want to see how it would be. Just kind of, if you want to just kind of casually come out, not really be on the R's all the time on the throttle. Just kind of want it to cruise around. Yeah, I mean, current suspension setting I got it at feels pretty good, dude. I do need to get a better skid plate for this. I'm gonna go with the Gland. I had the Gland on my Raptor, my first Raptor, my blue one, my 2020, and that was the best fitting skid plate, the most durable skid plate I've ever owned. Gland Innovation skid plate. So I'm gonna order one of those for this thing. Out here in the desert, you kind of need, if you're just riding the dunes, it's like whatever, but you see in the video here periodically there's some big rocks that'll show up in the middle of the trail, and you want to hit one of those, and stock skid plate's just a thin cheap piece of plastic, like 1/4 inch thick. You bust through that, crack your cases real easy. You hit something good. My son's quad, his Honda 250X, actually, I gotta get a skid plate for that thing. That has no skid plate at all. So the only one that makes one for that one that I've seen is Ricochet off-road. So I don't really like the metal aluminum ones, but it'll protect it. I just can't stand how noisy they are. And if you hit something with them, they dent, you know. Camping up here ahead. Kind of a weird place to camp. I love the foot pegs on this YFZ, man. Nice and wide. Not all quads, I think all quads should have foot pegs like this. These are awesome. Stock foot pegs, terrific. Yeah, suspension feels good with the settings I got them at. I got the high speeds out, pretty soft. I think I got the front high speed out at 1.75 out. I think stock is 1 turn out, stock setting, which is really stiff. This really softened it up a little bit. I got a couple of clicks out softer, not too much, like 3 clicks soft on the front slow speed. Rebound stock 16 out. In the rear, I think I'm a couple clicks out softer on the low speed, and high speed I'm at 2 turns out. And like, so like at a moderate, you know, slower moderate pace like this, where I'm sure the trail looks, you'll see though, there's a lot of undulations and like bumps. at a slow to moderate pace like this, you know, just cruising, it's nice. Whereas stock settings, it's very like bouncing you all over the place, because it's really set up for, the stock settings are really set up to ride aggressive. And if you're not really riding aggressive, you're gonna get beat up quite a bit. This is all, look at this, all this washboard stuff, and it's on a angle, it's not flat, it's just stand up, and man, suspension just eats it. It keeps you going straight, you don't get knocked around. It's wide enough here where you can split this little gully. I hate these goddamn gates, dude. Oh yeah, that ate that up big time. Yeah, it's awesome for that, dude. The Raptor doesn't, the Raptor's not good in situations like that. You have to go much slower, kind of roll them, or else you hit them that hard on stock suspension, you're getting thrown all over the place. And again, check out the video. I'm probably going to release it right after this one. I'm going to kind of talk about this versus the Raptor in terms of trail riding and the average rider, not the racer. Ah, shit. Now you got this closed off. Might be some cattle in here. That means I don't see any though. I'll open it and close it up. I don't see any cattle. I like too is the I don't usually say this about most machines, but stock tires on the YFZs are actually really good. Front tires particularly are terrific. And the back tires got pretty good traction. Just enough traction and slidability, like where it's predictable. It's really pretty good. Go park at this overlook up over here, take this trail, and we'll end it there. Got a big loose rock right here. Not big enough to have a clearance issue, but still gotta watch. Gates open. I can't stand when I gotta stop and open the gates. Most of them have been open today, so that's good. Kind of just leave them how you found them. You know, if they're closed, close them behind you. If they're open, just go through, leave them open. Although there's always a possibility that some knucklehead went through before you, opened it, didn't close it behind them, but there's no way of really knowing that. So rule of thumb is kind of leave them how you found them. Can't wait to do an exhaust on this thing. I'm doing exhaust. I'm not going to touch the airbox right away. I'm literally just going to do an exhaust and a piggyback fuel tuner. And I know everybody's going to say get the Vortex, and probably, well, I know for sure you guys are 100% right in saying that's the most performance. It's going to run the best. But excuse me, I got an itch. I just don't want to drop the money, drop the coin right now. So just get an exhaust on there and friction her up with the fuel tuner a little bit. That's all I need for right now. If it comes an issue where I feel like I need it down the road, I always do it. And it'd be cool too, neutral, for comparison's sake too, you know, for you guys. I'm the one spending the money, so I go with a Vortex down the road. I'll just sell the piggyback tuner. And I'm saying that now, you know, my mind could change. But you see all this like slow growing through the rock here? All these big rocks. And you guys don't see when I'm going past them fast, but kind of. And that is what she wrote for this one, guys. Appreciate you watching. See you on the next one. Smash that subscribe if you haven't. Like the video if you did. And check out the links in the video description, merch store, everything included there to help support the channel. So it's Joe at Odyssey Off-Road. See you guys on the next one.